What's up, guys? It is Thursday, December 1st. It's 11:52 a.m. and this is the crypto market update. So some big things are happening. We've been calling it since like middle of October. I was going through some of my videos on TikTok, on YouTube from October, the middle of it. Guys, we called the dollar top to a T, the bond yields to a T, and it's just quite frankly crazy. It's unheard of. I was looking at the comments on some of the videos where we were saying dollar tops in, and people couldn't believe it. But now that we're here, right, we're at 104.90. We're calling that to be the top at 113. We're talking about a legit 8% down in the dollar. That's not, I mean, in crypto, that's like, all right, 8%, whatever. But like in the dollar, that's a huge move down. And we called it to a T. Same with the bond yields, right? We're saying that we were thinking December, we're going to see a narrative change. And we saw yesterday from the Federal Reserve, what was it? A narrative change, right? So it's no surprise that the narrative change is coming while we're seeing some of these huge high time frame signals flashing. I mean, in the Discord, if you're not already in it, link will be in the bio. Come join it. You can see the 10-year-old bonds. Even just last week, US 10-year-old bond, 1 week sell now, 2 week sell now, right? And now today we're getting the 2 week sell nows again. So we're seeing that it's turning over. I'm on the 2 week chart on the right side with the US government bonds, the 10-year yield. And you can see that this candle closes in a day and 6 hours. So by the end of the day, Friday, we're going to get the confirmation signal, just like we got the confirmation signal on the dollar, the last 2 week candle, and bam, we had follow through. So we're at the point, right? Exciting times ahead, that's for sure. So let's take a look at some of the signals on the left side in the Stargate Discord and verse with the chart up on the right side. If you like when I do these videos and kind of do it like this, where I have side by side so we can look at the automated signals as well as compare it to what the chart's actually showing, let me know in the comments. I do like, this is how I go about doing the automated signals in the Discord. And then you can't always just look at it and be like, oh, all right, I'm going to just sell it now. You want to pull the charts up too to get that double confirmation and look at the past signals that have flashed with those time frames to get confirmation of like if it's a true signal you should follow, or if there's a kind of like invalidations on certain time frames you shouldn't follow. So when we go to the high time frames though, they're spot on. So let us go to the dollar first off. So the dollar was flashing back here, right here. We had the biggest signal to flash was November 23rd. That's like a week. So like a week ago, we had the dollar 3 week sell now signal. Huge signal. That's why it's a different color than the rest, because these are the long-term trades which overpower everything else. But you can see even back here, we had a 2 week sell now. So back November 14th, we had a 2 week sell now. I think we even go back further. We had some more warning signs earlier on. Yeah, this is when I first originally said it. November 6th, so about like 21 days ago, we had a 2 week sell now signal that came in, and I told everybody, keep people updated in the Discord right when these signals flash. Absolutely one of the biggest signals that have flashed this year. This week, if we see follow through on this, then strap in. I'll cover this in tomorrow's video. So this is a follow up. So let's look at the dollar, see where we're at. Let's look at the bond yields. We're going to look at the stock market, Bitcoin, XRP, Songbird. We're going to look at the XRP to Songbird kind of pair-to-pair signals that we've been looking at in trading. And I'll give you an update on all that. So if you haven't already, subscribe and join the Discord. I'd love to see you guys in there. Come say what up. I'll say what up too. And right now, we saw the confirmation, right? If we're looking to the past, right? And we're looking at the past times, the 2 week sell now, and even the buy now signals that flash. And now that we got the sell now signal, what I can do is I'll hide the warning signs. So I'm just going to hide the warnings. Oh, sorry. I actually can't do it on this specific indicator. This one's only set up for the dollar and the bond yields. So it's a little different than the one for the cryptos. But as you can see, we have, and I'm going to hide this, and then we're just going to zoom in here. This is back in 2015. Right when the sell now signal came in was like, yeah, May 2015. That's when Bitcoin had bottomed. So if we go to May 2015, right here. And so that was like the bottom of the bear market, right in the depths of it. Nobody was thinking that crypto was just going to go from $200 or Bitcoin $200, $17,000 a year and a half later. But Bam, it did. And the reason being is because the high time frame signals, the 2-week sell now that came in on the dollar, marked that in stone. So you knew about it a little bit earlier on. So these signals are not anything to bat an eye on. Like, this is just legit. And so it called this top back in 2015, which coincided with the Bitcoin market bottom in 2015. During this whole time period, right? This is when Bitcoin was kind of going on this kind of solid grind up here like this. And then right when May 2017 came, that's when we just exploded. Let's see what happened during that time, May 2017. It's no surprise, guys. It's no surprise. We had a sell now signal in May or April 2017 in the dollar, and we started to tank in it. We started to tank all the way until January or February of 2018, right? So if you were to follow that signal, I mean, like, you went from May of 2017 or April here, so like $1,000 all the way up to $18,000 in a span of like 6 months. Now, if we're looking at Bitcoin, right, we see that the sell now signal on the monthly came in right at the top at like 17,000 in January 2018. There's no surprise that in January 2018, this prepare to buy soon came in. So the dollar found its bottom. And then by April 2018, it said buy now, which really locked in stone that the bear market for crypto was in back early 2018. So what we did was we went from like $18,000 all the way down until in February 2019, we hit 3,000 and we hit our rock bottom. So let's look at the dollar signals and see what happened in February 2019. So that was like up here. So nothing had came in, right? We were just kind of ranging between this channel here. We weren't going insanely up in the dollar. We weren't going insanely down in the dollar. So we didn't see any signals. But if I go on the 1 week chart, let's see if anything flashed during this time period. Yeah, so nothing flat because we weren't going crazy up, crazy down until this moment where we broke down. So we didn't get any signals. And this whole Bitcoin kind of market structure here was all weird. It was different. It wasn't acting the same. It was very like, so this worked out fine, but like this whole period of just like going up 4x in like 60 days and then all the way back down. Usually we build a nice solid base, right? And we slowly grind up. That didn't happen in this case. So it was a little different. But the dollar back here in July of 2020, so right after the COVID crash, we had broke the structure and we saw a prepare to buy soon signal. So the prepare to buy soon signal is like, all right, so the dollar is getting very oversold. That might signal that to us that when we see a green line or a red line, like things are going to start selling off hard once you see the vertical green line coming in. When you see the vertical red line, it's like things are going to start heating up fast. So we could have got a warning here following the prepare to buy soon. And then all until March, like April, March 2021, that's when the bottom of the dollar came in and it said buy now, right? So it said buy now. So that means we should convert our assets back into the dollar because it's likely we're going to go on a long-term uptrend in the dollar. And that's exactly what happened. And what flashed in April, May 2021, right? That was the top of the crypto market. So it was the top of the crypto market right up here. And the signals had called it to a T. You can see, bam. Said to sell. You saw the vertical red line right up here and the yellow right up around like $40,000 to $60,000. And then we've been in a downtrend this whole time, the whole time. But what we just got was a monthly prepare to buy soon signal. I believe we hit our bottom. I really do. And it's no surprise that we just got this on the monthly candle. So it closed last night, prepare to buy soon signal at the same time that the dollar just flashed a huge sell now signal, right? So the correlations to the dollar and Bitcoin and cryptos in general is strong. They're undeniable. So we had gone into the dollar and then we came up here, prepare to sell soon. So things are going to heat up fast. That's exactly what happened. And then we just got our sell now signal calling this top and we're breaking down lower. So it's called this top in the dollar in 2022, this top in the dollar in March or April of 2017, this top in the dollar in March, April of 2015. And it called the bottoms here to buy back in. buy back in. So it really, following the dollar and Bitcoin, you could do that and kill the market, absolutely murder it because of how on point they are and the correlation between them. So dollar direction down, bond yields direction down. They're already talking about going lighter on their rate hikes. So they're talking about a 50 basis point rate hike instead of the 75 that they've been doing. So I wouldn't be surprised. All right, December, we see a 50 basis point rate hike. And then January, maybe a pause or maybe a 25 basis point rate hike. But that will signal to the market that the tides are changing back to a more loosened policy rather than them trying to just raise rates and tighten and stuff like that. So we can expect this. 3-week chart, we see the prepare to sell soon signals. We see 2. We're waiting for the sell now. This 3-week chart closes in a day and 5 hours. We have the cross down to the stock RSI, and it looks like we're going to get in the TSI. So the 3-week sell now signal is going to nail the top of the bond yields after nailing the bottom to buy in back here in October 2020. So that's what we're seeing. Bond yields are going to head down. Dollar's going to head down. Bitcoin looks like it's going to find a bottom here and head up. The stock market, and this is minus any black swan events, so we have to keep in mind of that. We see this trend line coming down. We're getting very close to pressing up to it. If we can break above that and then break above the 13,000 level in there, we're golden. We need to hold this low around 11,500. That's what we're watching for. Now let's look at XRP. So XRP right now has flashed what signals? We saw it's breaking above its 200 moving average, bullish, 4-hour buy now, bullish. It's looking good. Now let's go to the pair-to-pair signals and see what that's showing too. So what we're seeing is XRP against Songbird buy now. That was back over here. XRP against Songbird sell now. That was yesterday. So we're going to look at XRP, Songbird, and then the pair-to-pair signals and see where we're at with that. What I see right now is we have a huge trend line that's been forming since April 2021, back when we hit like close to $2. So you can see, bam, rejection, 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 all across that point. Now we have this solid base that we can draw this support line like this. And if we zoom in here, we can see we're going to see a convergence at some point. When does that convergence end? Right at the beginning of March. I think, okay, we could come up here, maybe down a little more. I think we are going to see an explosion. And it kind of goes in line with the events and the narratives and stuff that's going to take place around that time with everything going live. I think we're going to see an upside. But keep in mind, it could be a downside. But with everything going on, the timeline, kind of everything like that, what we're seeing, the dollar signals, the Bitcoin signals, I believe it's going to be an explosion to the upside. And it could be time, because March of 2017, right? That was when we saw XRP do its 80x in 80 days right back here. So March, we grinded up. And then starting in April, we went on our 80x in 80 days, set to sell now right at the top. But so that's could totally be in the cards. So that's what I'm seeing as far as XRP. We have a time frame that, there's has to be a decision. And what I was seeing on the 1-week chart for XRP was this. So on the 1-week chart, this is what we got, right? We see this, how you see this. Let me actually hide these. So, all right. So we see this green and like red ribbon here. We saw a 1-week buy now at like 34 cents. That's where we found our support when we kind of came back down here. So that's what I'm seeing as far as like this green line, green ribbon that's headed up here to 34 cents as we speak. If we were to break below 34 cents, I'd be a little nervous. That should be our line in the sand. So watch 34 cents like a hawk, And where we need to break above is this trend line up here that's been coming down for the past year and a half now. And you can see that probably perfectly aligns with the 786 retracement. And yep, boom, right there. It does. So actually, let me grab it from here. So yeah, that 786 is sitting right at 46 cents, like 46 and a half cents. We want to break above that, hold that support, and see massive follow through. We need to see the momentum go up. What I want to see on the weekly chart for XRP is the stock RSI cross back up, this TSI not cross down and maintain being stable and going up here, and then the MACD not go from green to red, but actually put in a nice dark green candle and start this momentum again. I want to see the pink come up like that, and not the blue, We're going to have a nice eye on this. We're really going to know if it's going to tank down or it's going to shoot up to Mars. So if you're not already in the Discord link will be in the bio. Come join it. Say what up. Get updated with these things. We're on top of it real time. So that's what I'm seeing for XRP. If we go to the 3-day chart, we are seeing the stock RSI trying to cross up here. I need to see the TSI and MACD follow through. And that's where see where the trend line's coming down. That's where the red ribbon is at. We need to get above there. Now, if we're looking at Songbird, right? It's at the precipice of a big moment because we're on the 12-hour chart. We see that we've been knocked down by this 12-hour EMA ribbon since back here in September of 2022. So the past like 3 months now. So ever since breaking this, rejection, and we're close, right? We're close to getting above it. So if we can get above 0.0136 with Songbird, it's likely we're going to come up here and retest this 200 moving average, which is a solid move. If we can break through there, that's like a 40% move right there, right? So that's what we need to see us break through. We are seeing the stock RSI cross up, the TSI and the MACD showing some strength. And if we go to the daily chart, we can see that to be the case as well too. We're crossing up, we're seeing the TSI crossing back up and the dark greens coming in. So all the stars are aligned for this to happen. We need to see follow through. And I want to see if we were to come back down here with Songbird, I want to hold these lows here around 0.0116 or 0.00115. I don't want to see us break below that. So that's what I'm looking at. And we have all this volume coming in right at these lows. It's likely somebody's buying. It's no announcement that Flare is doing their it's no surprise that Flare had announced that they're doing their distribution January 9th. That's like 39 days away. So I would expect a lead up for Songbird going into that. So if we even look at the XRP versus Songbird chart and look at the signals for that, let's go to the pair-to-pair signals. The last signal we saw. So XRP to Songbird, 1 week, prepare to sell soon. High time frame signal showing that the tides may be turning, right? Let's see. So we see the 3-day coming in. We see the 3-day right now. I might have been on a different chart. That's why I can't see the signals for the weekly right now. But 3-day, huge high time frame signal. We're seeing the stock RSI cross down. If we get this TSI to cross down, then we're golden. We're going to get that vertical yellow line sell now. And we're going to see XRP underperform Songbird. I wouldn't be surprised to see it fall to this moving average right here, which would be a move of 38%, right? And that's so funny because what we said is if we break up here, the move up to here is 40%. So that could be in the cards. And this is how we can look at these things and look at it at different perspectives, right? So that's what I'm watching for. If you want to get updated with those signals in the Discord, the pair-to-pair signals right here, we're flashing the signals for XRP against Songbird in there. Then let's look at the NASDAQ versus Bitcoin, because this is something new that I found yesterday for the first time. I want to see on the weekly chart, we're seeing the convergence, right? I want to see get rejected right here, right now. We've never gotten above this line before. I don't want to see it happen now, not in our lifetimes, right? We want to see this break down. So it's critical for the crypto market to bounce out of here for that to happen. Because if the stock market's going to go up, then Bitcoin needs to catch up with it, or we're going to see this break above, and that would happen for the first time ever. So it's hard to gauge what would happen at that point. If we see the stock market come down here, then the least thing we need to see is Bitcoin stay stable or not go down as much as the stock market were to go. The ideal scenario I want to see is the stock market heads up on out of here. We avoid like a Great Depression, come back down, hold the support. Bitcoin bounces on out of here and goes on a crazy run up, outperforming the stock market. And that's the ideal scenario. So that's what we need to watch for. That's going to be it for this crypto market update, guys. I hope you guys learned a lot in this one. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and join the Discord. The link will be in the bio. I'd love to see you guys in there. Say what up. I will say what up too. And I'll see you in the newsletter today.